Wow. It's been a minute, man. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Magpie Firearms. It has definitely been a minute since I've been on. Almost a little weird how long it's been. But, yeah, I wanted to come in and see what was going on in the world. I've been so busy lately. Our new website launched and been real busy with that. And we're doing more and more with our website. So we are actually selling on our website now as well. So definitely, you guys got to check out magpiefirearms.net. Uh-oh. Hold on, I got a reply. It's the missus. There it is. Let's go do that, do that, do that, and send. So anyway, it's been a while. So I wanted to come back on and just kind of, see who was on, see if anybody was going to join us and chat for a little while. So if you guys want to add placeholder. So if you guys want to join the live stream, then just click this link I'm about to put in the chat, just like that. And then follow the prompts and you can come online and hang out with us for a little bit. Something went wrong. What went wrong? There we go. And it should be up. So we are streaming live right now on Rumble and Facebook. Pretty excited. Pretty awesome stuff, man. So I've gotten quite a few new pieces that I kind of wanted to chit chat about, man, and get your guys' opinions on them. We'll start with the oldest one, and then we'll go to the newest one. All right. So we're going to start off with the Mac 9. This is the Mac 9 from Mac Armory, whatever it is. Military Armament Corp. That's who it is. I'll tell you, always check the barrel first. Make sure safety first. All right, make sure there's nothing in there, right? And we're good to go, right? So this is the Mac 9. I have had this probably about 6 or 7 months now. I did a couple videos on this early on, mostly just like some shorties with it. I haven't really put it up and done a video like this. But let me tell you about this guy. When I first got it, I absolutely hated it. Absolutely hated it, man. It was just one of those. It kept jamming up on me, kept stovepiping. There was just so many problems. It would literally jam. It would jam where the slide wouldn't close, and it would be like that. I don't know I hope you can see that in the camera. Like it would be like that, and it would jam up, and I wouldn't be able to shut it. So with that being said, I'd have to hit it with like a rubber mallet in the back here to get it to move. So it was an empty shell casing that always got caught up in here. So with that being said, I got mad and I was like, yeah, I know it's under $1,000, but it should at least function, right? I'm telling you, the first 2 months I had this thing, I couldn't go through 100 rounds without it jamming. And then for a while, it was like every time I pulled the trigger, it would jam. So I sent it back to the manufacturer and I said, hey, man, you guys got to do something about this. So they took it, they fixed it, and then they sent it back to me, right? No sooner I put like maybe 20 rounds through it, it happened again. At this point, I was furious. I was like, what the fuck? This is supposed to be like my first experience with a 2011, and this damn thing keeps jamming up on me and whatever. So I called the customer service back again and I said, listen, I said, it happened again. And they were like, well, send it back. So I did. They had it. I think I sent it back in October, November, December, January. I think I got it back mid-February. So they took it apart, they played with it, they did what they were supposed to do with it, and they ran rounds through it. And I said to them, I was like, listen, man, you guys have got to pump like 1,000 rounds through this thing. You guys got to put like, well, thousands maybe too much. I said, you got to put enough rounds through it for it to heat up, because that's when I notice that the jamming happens. Right? So they listened and they did, and then it happened. All right, so the first time when they first had it, they said it was the spring, the guide rod spring, so they replaced that. And then they said they ran rounds through it, and it didn't happen, so they were good to go. Now, the good thing is I sent them a video, so they knew I wasn't just bullshitting, right? So then they sent it back to me. It happened again, and I sent it back to them with a video. So anyway, they put a couple hundred rounds through it to get it to heat up, and then it happened. So then they started looking at it, and they said that it was the barrel, right? So they think that the barrel has those locking nubs across the top of the barrel, so that, it locks up when well, anyway, they said it was an inspec, so they had to wait for a new barrel. So they ordered a new barrel. They were waiting for that barrel that came in. The barrel came in, and they tried it again, and it didn't happen again, even with the brand new barrel. So at that point, they deemed it unfixable, and they sent me a brand new one. Right? Now, let's talk about this one. 360-degree difference, I'll tell you. A 360-degree difference in what I have here than the first one that I had. It shot phenomenal. Like, I was just running through magazines like you wouldn't believe. It really was fantastic. I went out a couple days later after I got it, and I got a new spring for the guide rod, and I got a new hammer spring, or the mainspring is what they call it, for the back here. So factory, I believe, was 22 here and 17, 18 up here. I changed this one to 19, and then I put an 11 on this one. And I'll tell you now, this thing glides. This thing glides. Really is. I am so happy that I went through what I went through, but because they sent me the new one, which was even better, right? And that'll just that just tells you about their customer service, right? Their customer service, I felt as though, was just phenomenal. All right. I mean, they didn't give me a hard time or anything like that. I mean, yes, I got it, and then it happened again, but they didn't hesitate about taking it back, and they reassured me that it was going to be right this time. And they reassured me because they sent me a new one, right? After they tried to fix it. But, anyway, but after doing those little modifications, I'll tell you, this thing really shoots awesome. And in case you're just joining, we're talking about the Mac 9 DS double stack 1911. This is actually the comped version. So it's comped in the front. There's some lightning cuts on the side. It is optic ready. I took the optic off because I busted it, and I'm waiting for the new one to come in. But, we're just waiting on that. I was able to fine tune this, right? The trigger, you can actually adjust it, which I thought was awesome. And my trigger pull on this thing is, let's see if you can hear it, right? So that, and let's listen for it. There's the wall. See how far my finger moved? Didn't move at all. I have this down. This is probably like a 3-pound pull. Now, this is not something I'm going to carry. This is just something I love to have fun with at the range. And I'll tell you, this thing is a lot of fun at the range. And it's going to be a lot more fun when I get the optic. So there we go. This is the Mac 9, 4.25 inch comped. Lots of fun. Now it's a lot of fun. Not before, but now definitely a lot of fun. Had so much fun shooting this thing. Really is a great product. If you guys have anything to say, go ahead and drop the comments, man. Drop some comments. And oh, that didn't go live. So Instagram didn't turn on. Probably the keys expired. So we're live on Facebook and Rumble. YouTube's a bunch of fucking liberals, and they don't like me talking about guns, and they suspended my live access. I'm telling you, I haven't been on live in 6 months, maybe 7 months, and I'm still suspended. So whatever. Rumble's the shit. Definitely got to be a part of that. So anyway, so while I was waiting on this to get repaired, I told you guys that I sell these beautiful things here, all different kinds, on my .net. So if you want to check it out, definitely go on there and check it out. But while I was waiting for this to be repaired is when I got this beauty right here. So now we're going to talk about the Kimber 2K11 Pro Comp. Very awesome firearm. And I have absolutely nothing bad to say about this thing. This damn thing pretty much shoots itself. It really is a great gun. Like 15, 20 yards, I'm spot on. I am spot on. I went ahead and I put the Holosun 507 comp on this one. That's one of my favorites, the 507 competition, red and green. I got them all. But really, I have done nothing to this except add the optic and the light. And the light, I literally just put it on there, and I'm not even sure if I want to keep it on there. I may actually take it off. But, again, this is the comp, 4.25 inch barrel. Like, I just love the way this thing looks. A buddy of mine came over a couple weeks back, and he's like, I love the tuxedo look. He says to me, he's like, I love that tuxedo look. And what's pretty funny is that I was like, tuxedo look? I've never heard it being called a tuxedo before, right? There we have it. They called it a tuxedo look because of the silver and black. When I'm thinking tuxedo, I think white and black, but it is what it is. But I can't tell you, man. This thing is just like it literally shoots itself. It literally shoots itself. It really is just very comfortable in the hand. The weight balance on it. Now this is all steel. Has the polymer. You know what I'm trying to say. This thing here, right? The grip. Okay. Stainless steel trigger. Really. I bet you like anybody could pick this up and shoot it fairly well. Really is a fantastic 2011 pistol. Lots of fun to shoot. You see a lot of great reviews on these. So here's the funny story behind this one. So like I was telling you before, I sell a lot of these on my .net, all different kinds. And the only reason I'm being code word about it is because Facebook, there's a bunch of liberals on there. They'd be like, oh my god, he does that, let me report him. And they do, and I get in trouble, and I've been banned a few times. But anyway, so the story behind this one is I had sold one to a customer, and I had ordered it for the customer, and then he bailed out on me. Yep. So it was coming. It was coming up to my house anyway, and my business is typically online, so it comes to me, and then I just ship out. But anyway, so I got it, and then I was talking to the missus, and I said, it was at a great price at the time. So I don't want to say how much it was, but it was a good price. So I said to my wife, I said, hey, you know what? It's coming. It's already on its way because of this. And I said, well, I kind of want it. I'm just going to pick it up and keep it. I'll do the transfer for myself and do all that. So that's what I did. And that's how it happened. I didn't intend to buy it. I wasn't looking to buy it. But then when it dropped in my lap, I bought it. Awesome. Awesome. And I don't regret a second of it. Don't regret anything at all. Really fantastic, extremely awesome to shoot. I was hanging out with a couple buddies of mine, and we went to a local range, and we were doing our thing, right? We were doing our thing, and I'm in there, and I'm shooting all sorts of different ones, and next thing you know, he comes in with a rental. He goes, man, I've been hearing about these, and he goes, I had to try it. All right. That sounds like the start of bad news. Well, I don't know. Depends, I guess, right? So that's how I got this bad boy. So now we're going to talk about the Walthers PDP Pro. This one here is the SD because it has the threaded barrel for the silencer. And it came with a free optic from C&H. This is their duty optic. And I'll tell you, he actually brought in the E and for the range to try. And I'll tell you, that had to be like the smoothest shooting gun I ever shot. Right? And I've been a Glock boy my entire life. Right? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 Glocks sitting up here. Right? And then I went to Smith & Wesson for a minute, and then I did the whole 1911 thing. And now I'm shooting the 2011s. And then I shot this. Let's just talk about a couple things here. All right? The ergonomics of the grip has that swollen palm right there, and it has the finger grooves. I hope you guys can see that. Can you see that like this? It's a swollen palm swell, right? And your fingers fit right into the grooves perfectly. Again, we're just going to check and make sure there's nothing in there, and we're good to go, right? The grip feels so natural. The grip on this is absolutely natural. And I was like, man, this is awesome. So, yeah. So we had that rental for, an hour or two, and we just pumped it full of lead. And it shot great. Now, it was without the optic, obviously, but it did have the iron sights, and it wasn't a threaded barrel. But I was like, man, I got to add this to my collection. So I just kind of love everything about it. It's ambidextrous, right, on both sides. It has a aluminum trigger, right? It's actually the Walthers Performance trigger. It comes with the Walthers Performance trigger. I like the magazine release right there. It's just so natural for it, right? And even the lever, everything about it. There is nothing bad I can say about this gun. So we'll open her up, and we'll just take a look at the inside, all right? Now, there's a couple of things I could have done that I haven't done. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it, but the guide rod. So this definitely feels like plastic, right? I don't know if it is for sure, but it just it's so light in my hand. It definitely feels like it's a polymer of some sorts or a plastic of some sorts, right? But you look at it, and really, there's not much of a change or a difference between this and a Glock, right? But when you look at this trigger and look at that right there, there's a spring right there. Can you guys see that? I hope. I'll put it a little closer right in this one. There you go. And you see that spring that moves right in there? There we go. Right? It's not a force reset, but it's such a tight spring that you actually feel the trigger pushing up on your finger when it's coming back, which I like that. There's something about that just makes it a next level for me, right? When I'm going through it and I'm firing, and the feel of the aluminum trigger in my hand, and I mean it's a high performance trigger is what they call it, or a dynamic enhanced high performance, right? This part here is the part that actually intrigues me the most. I definitely would love to take the housing out and look at it one day, but I just haven't had the. All right, let's just be honest. I haven't had the balls to do it, because the last thing I want to do is pull this thing out and have things pop apart and then not be able to put it back. But it really is just absolutely fantastic, man. I mean, the way it resets on it, like you feel the weight of that spring. It's such a crisp, clean break when you pull all the way through. Like here is just watch how my finger moves, right? So that's the wall, and that's a break-in, right? Really crisp, awesome. So a couple things that you could do to upgrade these is the guide rod is one of them, and spring. ZR Tactical makes one that is supposed to be really great for this. It's like it's like $60, I think it is. It wasn't that much. I just haven't done it. I don't know if I'm going to, because it hasn't, it works great as far as I'm concerned. All right. But just like the palm swell, like the comfortability, the ergonomics of it really is comfortable for me. So I actually carried this for a little while, and I was like, man, it. I loved drawing it. And when I was at the range, we would draw from the holster, and it was just really a fun time, and it really kind of worked well, right? So anyway, so look how big that is, right? So we're looking at 4.5 inches plus a little bit for the threaded barrel. All right, so that's kind of big to be carrying around, at least in my opinion it is. But it's such an awesome gun. I was like, these are like my new carry options here, right? I don't know. Again, not much bigger than a Glock, and I carried the 45 for the longest time, and I carried the 19, right? I carried a Smith & Wesson Compact. That's the smallest I've ever done. But after that, it was like the 1911 and the 45 and the 19. So anyway, with that being said, I don't know. I became a Walters boy, I guess. I don't know. I love the fucking thing. It really is a great firearm to shoot, which is why I ended up getting this one. That's right. I sure did. Now we're going to talk about the Walters PDP Pro F Series. Right? Again, another fantastic firearm. So the F Series. The F Series, they say, is meant for feminine. So the feminine hands, smaller grip. I guess I must have some feminine hands because I'll tell you, I picked up this F series and it felt more natural than the Pro SD. It truly felt a lot more natural. Really is, for all the same reasons, but more compact. All the same reasons but more compact. Again, at PDP Pro, right? To the Pro, couple upgrades. You get the Magwell, you get the aluminum trigger in both. Slides are the same. So really, it's the Magwell and the trigger. Well, the trigger is stainless steel, but it's also the Deluxe Enhance, or yeah, I think that's the Performance Enhanced something or another they call it. Don't quote me. I don't know. But what I can tell you is this is just a baby version of that, and it works just as good. Really is two fantastic firearms, man. And I am so happy with this. 3.5-inch barrel, right? Perfect grip, perfect concealed carry size. I am through the moon ecstatic with carrying this. It's not too big, it's not too small. It fits right inside your waistline, right? And then I went out and I got some holsters. Always been a Black Scorpion fan. Black Scorpion, We the People, and Warriorland were my three favorite holsters. Now, Black Scorpion was on the higher end of the price tag, so I didn't buy a lot of them. I used them more for like my, well, I bought them for competition, right? Because I wanted to be that guy to go out there and pew, 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 and hit the steel and do all that fun stuff, but I never did it, right? So I originally bought them for that. And then, I haven't really touched them like that in a long time. But when I decided that I wanted to get one for this, I mean, this one was in my mind and still is going to be a long-term carry for me. I was that type of guy where I would jump from one to another, and I have a rotation going, so it's not like I'll never see the other ones again. But this is going to be on me for a long, long time. Really is such a fantastic. So, anyways, I went out and I got myself the Black Scorpion. They call it the X Clip or something like that. So, really, it's extremely comfortable. It really is an extremely comfortable holster. This is the inside the waistband. The only thing I had to do on this one was change the clips. The clips that come with it are for a 1.5-inch belt, and I typically wear 1 3/4. So I had to replace the clips on it, which I had already. So it didn't cost me extra. I just swapped them out. Comes with the claw, right, which pushes back on it, right, so it sits more into your belly. Because I like to carry appendix, and they say fat people can't carry appendix. I don't know. I carry appendix. Doesn't really hurt me much. Really is pretty awesome. That's a great holster from Black Scorpion. Right. Then on top of that, I was like, well, I think I want to start training again. I think I want to, but I couldn't decide on what I wanted to shoot. All right, so I went out and I got this one here. This is another Black Scorpion where it has the quick disconnect, and I have a drop leg holster from Black Scorpion as well, and a belt, and it literally just clips into the little hole. There's a little tab that pops up. You know what? I can show you. There we go. It looks like this. All right. So this is actually kind of cool because if you ever want to change up how you're going to carry, right? Like this one here goes around your belt. They have a paddle attachment. They have, all sorts of them. clips and so on and so forth. All you got to do is, pop it off and put it back on, right? Just like that. So, and this is what's on the drop leg. So we got so I got this one here. So if I wanted to, I can train with my 3.5, or I can train with the same holster, my threaded barrel, like that. And then also on top of that, I got one for the Kimber, just like that, right? And then with the same holster, I could also put the Mag 9 in there, right? Really, I'm thrilled with these holsters. I'm thrilled with these firearms. And then this is one of the old ones that I had already. And this one here, actually, believe it or not, was for my Glock 19. I actually have it labeled. But the cool thing is that if I wanted to run one of my 2011s with a light on it, right? All you do is put that on, nice and tight. And look, it'll fit into that one. How about that, huh? So, really is the duty holster, has the level 2, so the straps on there. Now, I'm not sure if I would really use this one because I might take the strap off, but we'll see. But if I wanted to run with the light, then that's what I would do. What do you think, guys? Huh? I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on here. So I know a couple things, right? I love the 2011s. Really awesome firearms. Lots of fun to shoot. You should check out my videos on, everywhere, because every time I go shooting, I'm videoing something, so you'll see what we have going on. And 2011s, I love them. And I went from a Glock boy to a Walthers boy. And on top of all that, the Holosun is definitely my favorite optic. It's definitely my favorite optic. I'm an old man. I like the big windows, right? I like those big windows so I can easily acquire that dot. So I'm trying to see if it'll glow on my finger so you can see it. But I need to be able to pull that up and look and see that right away. I mean, I don't know if I have anything else to say. So we have the 507 competition, which is what I have here. And I got that on 1, 2, 3 of my other firearms, right? And then I have the 509T, the Holosun 509T. This is an enclosed retinal. And another, again, I'm thrilled with Holosun. Their dots are crisp and clean and clear. I mean, I have astigmatism, so it looks more like a splatter. But again, it doesn't affect me as some of the other ones do. Really another great optic on there. And this one's just small enough to fit on the everyday carry and not be too big, right? And not be scraping up on my belly or whatever. Really is a fabulous optic. And then over here is the free one I got, which makes it even better than the rest of them, right? I'm kidding. But this one here it's not horrible. It's not a horrible optic. It's C&H. C&H makes the optic plates, and those are fantastic. Their optic plates that they make, they really are great optic plates. Anyway, they started dabbling into optics. So they had this thing going on that if you bought a Walthers, you got a free optic. Well, why not, right? So I did. So I bought the Walthers, and then I applied for the optic. It's a separate thing. It's free, but and it takes 3 or 4 weeks for it to get to you. So that's what we did. and this is what we got. And I'll tell you, you know, really, it's not a bad optic. It's clear. The only thing I don't like about this optic is this front glass. I feel like is a little chintzy, a little cheap. It's all dinged up from the shells hitting it. So, in my opinion, you know, if we can, I'm wondering, I don't know if they're replaceable. I mean, it looks like there's only 2 screws here. I bet you it comes off and you replace it. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with that as well. I bought a couple other ones, different kinds, that I have on my Glocks from them. So they have they call it the Comp Max, and then there's another one, looks like an SRO, but it's not quite as big, from C&H. But those are pretty good. I don't mind those at all. Those are real nice optics. But bang for your buck is definitely going to be the Holosun. So we talked about a couple awesome things here, right? So an awesome recap. We're talking about the 2011 Mac 9, right? Or double stack 1911, technically, right? I haven't shot 2011s enough to be able to say, oh, this is a double stack 1911. This is a 2011, right? But I'll tell you, out of right off the factory, got it, shot it after they fixed it, or they sent me the new one. It worked. It worked good. But when you replace those springs, it is fantastic. Fantastic. Like the return on the slide, it's super quick, super fast. Really awesome. Then we got the 2011 2K11 Kimber Pro Comp. Again, like this thing shoots itself. Really, it truly does. It shoots itself. You aim, point, and fire, and it goes where, you know, dead on every time. I swear. And then we get into my new favorites here. We got the Walthers PDP Pro SD. And then we have the Walthers PDP Pro F Series 3.5. 4 awesome firearms, guys. Got some awesome, you know, holsters from Black Scorpion. That's all I got. Hope I was entertaining for you. Click those links, guys. Check it out. And I'll talk to you all soon.